Hey there, we're taking a look at Outer Worlds running on the i5-1135G7. Now the game is currently set to 1080p running at the lowest settings, but with the internal render resolution set to 50%, so it's actually half the resolution of 1080p. Now the performance is pretty decent for the most part when you're like in the overworld running around doing like actual adventure stuff, but it does take a huge hit when you get into more crowded areas. So in city areas like this, the performance is really gonna tank. Look at those frame times, dude. They are terrible. Like it is a horrible experience to play like this. Now there's nothing super like important that happens here in the sense that like you are going to immediately have a terrible experience. But there are certain quests and stuff that happen in here that might be kind of hard to do. Now, most of the time we're going to be in an enclosed area, so that won't necessarily be an issue. But in these open areas, it does get pretty brutal. So the playability of the game in general is kind of just up to what you're willing to tolerate. If you can stomach having such bad frame times and frame rates in general, just in the city areas, then you are going to be able to play the game for the most part, and most of the things you're going to be doing, the performance is pretty decent. It's just those city areas that it gets brutal. I mean, if you really want to, you could lower the render resolution even further, or you can just set the game to 720p and then adjust the render resolution from there. But at that point, you're pretty much just asking for a blur fest.